All right, welcome to the HTML and CSS crash course. This is the first video in this crash course. We're going to learn how the web works. Okay, so the main point of this crash course is to teach you the basics of HTML and CSS so you can build some simple web pages. And for now, we're just going to look at how this website stuff works. And I'm going to kind of work through the concept notes here. And we're going to start talking about the World Wide Web and the internet. I'm sure you've used those things before. But what are they actually? So the internet is this huge network of computers that are all connected, right? And they can communicate with each other. This visual here gives us a nice indication of all these little dots or all these computers called web servers, right? And these web servers are all connected together with cables or Wi-Fi. I actually found this cool submarine cable map, which shows all these different like underwater submarine cables that connect different parts of the world together so that information can travel from one computer to another. Pretty cool. Okay, so we've got this huge network of computers. The computers are called web servers, and the World Wide Web is all of the web pages that are stored on those computers, right? So when we use the web, right, you type into your web browser an address, and that basically is using the internet to connect to the World Wide Web. We're asking these web servers that store all the web pages on them, we're asking them, hey, please find the web page files for this specific address. And it'll say, okay, crunch, crunch, crunch. It'll search for it, find it, and then return the results and display the web page in the browser again, right? And those web page files are made up of HTML files, CSS files. HTML is basically the content, headings, paragraphs. Style sheets are there to tell you, hey, what color should things be? What fonts do I want to use? What kind of backgrounds? Any images, right, that are displayed on your website? Those are the kind of things that are stored on the web servers. So let's do a quick little illustration of this. I actually had it open right there, but I want to start over. I built a little website and I put it on ainley.ca/mrveldkamp/demo. So this is the web address. And I'm on my local computer here, and I'm connected to the internet, and the web browser is going to connect to a web server or ask the web server, hey, please find the files that are stored at this web address. Okay, so I do that, and it's going to find those files and then return them to my browser so I can see them. And this is what shows up. Now, we don't see any files. We just see this website. If we open up our developer tools, you can do that by right-clicking and hitting Inspect or Control-Shift-I, or on a Windows machine, I think it's F12, you can hit F12 and that'll open up your developer tools. And in your developer tools on elements here, you can see this is the HTML elements that are on the page. This is HTML code that we're going to get good at writing. And an H1 like this is just a main heading, an H2 is a subheading, there's a P tag for paragraphs, an HR is this little horizontal rule, 2 more paragraphs, an image right there, and this is all HTML code. Okay, and down here there's styles, right? The background is this image. We center all of the text on the page. Font family is Arial, all that good stuff. Okay, now if we go to sources, here we can actually see, okay, ainley.ca, Mr. Veldkamp demo, these are the files that were stored inside of there. We've got this index.html file. It doesn't show the .html, but it is a HTML file. Where is it? Right there. And inside here, you can see that same HTML code. Okay, that describes the headings, the paragraphs, the images, those lines, all that good stuff. We also link to a style sheet, and that style sheet is where we can define font sizes, font weights, font families, margins, borders, all that good stuff, backgrounds, all that good stuff. And we're going to get really good at HTML and CSS in this course. Okay, it's kind of neat with the developer tools is you can actually, in this elements section, you can start playing around with stuff. You could say, what's up, right? And that'll replace that H1 right there. Maybe, I can even play around with font sizes. Maybe I want to change that to 7 pixels. Oh dear, that's awful. Okay, you can actually even delete elements, right? I could go delete elements and that's all gone. I could actually go to the whole body here and go delete the entire body. The body is all the visible content. It's all gone. Okay, so hopefully you're not freaking out. because it's like, hey, this is someone's web page. They put a lot of work into making this web page, and we just deleted it all. What we just deleted was the local copy on my machine, right? If we go back here, remember, in my web browser, I type the address. I ask the web server, hey, please find those website files located at ainley.ca/mrvelkamp/demo. And it says, okay, here's the files, and it returns them and displays them in the browser. Now the web server still has those original files there. It gives me a copy of them. So I just modified the copy. All I have to do now is hit refresh, and the browser will ask the web servers, hey, you know those files, I really messed them up. Could you please send me them over again? And I hit that, and it'll send me the files back, and I'm back to where I started. Okay, anyway, the point of this video was just a little introduction to the World Wide Web, understanding that the internet and the World Wide Web, right? This network of computers and web pages stored on those computers, the web servers. When we use the web, we use our browsers to request files, and the web servers find them and send them back to us so we can see them. And these web files that we're going to learn more about is we're going to write our own HTML files, our own CSS files for styles, and we'll use images and stuff. I think I forgot to show you that, but in the sources, oh yeah, we have the images here too, right? The landscape is the background image, and the light bulb is that one right there. Okay, that's an introduction into how the web works. Looking forward to teaching this crash course and learning more about HTML and CSS. Hope that made sense. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.